Here's another one that people saw in the clip. And again, this, flashed by very quickly, so you might not have realized what it was that you were looking at. But remember there was a couple of shots in there of the motorcycle with that weird housing around it? Okay, the myth is, are motorcycles better for the environment than cars because of lower fuel efficiency? Jamie?
No, higher fuel efficiency, yeah.
It is higher fuel efficiency.
Yeah, they use less fuel, and it goes to logic that if they use less fuel, there's less pollution that's going to come out the other end. And, so we have to test that because what makes it kind of complicated is that motorcycles don't have the same kinds of emission controls as cars do. And so it's not exactly clear-cut. In fact, it's really not clear-cut. And we try to suss all that out, and it's a lot of fun.
Because that's the thing that cycling people say, right? That, your motorcycle's better for the environment than your car.
There's a lot of people who've traded their cars for motorcycles because they think it's better for the environment.
Right.
This episode actually includes, how many people out there have yelled at us at the TV for not having enough data to make our conclusion? A fair number, I think. This actually is some of the most complicated data we've ever crunched on the show.
And even so, it depends on what you're looking at as an emission. I mean, there are things like CO2, which has its own set of problems, but then there are toxins and other things that come out of engines. So when you get into the details, it actually gets really interesting, and it's not black and white, that's for sure.
Right. I'll also add, actually, that the data we came up with was good enough that I believe it's going to be part of a published paper on the subject.
Yes.
Yeah. That's one of 2 episodes this season that are going to be part of published papers. We're starting to increase our ability to produce actual scientific data.
And the other one is what?
The other one would be there's a thing about manhole covers going skyward due to methane explosions in the sewer. Yeah. That's good of me. And this gets real exciting because a thing that we didn't know before we got into this was that methane, as the case with a lot of flammable gases, not only is capable of burning, it's capable of detonating. And that means that the shock wave that it's created along with the burn goes supersonic. And it's not all that easy to achieve, but that's what we tried to do, of course. And if you get a detonation, the manhole covers, of course, go really, really high.
And I'm guessing that in American universities, they don't test that often.
No, they do small-scale experiments, and that's why we actually involved experts at Cal State. Right?
I think so. Yeah, nobody had ever run a test this large on this exact type of gas propagation, explosion, deflagration, etc.
Yeah, they do it in little scale experiments. We did it like way out in the desert because the equivalent amount of energy from this would have been around 40 pounds of high explosives. So